Can you hear me? Adam, can you write if you can hear me? Okay, Atik, do you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, I hope Adam can hear us as well. Adam, if you can write just to understand if you can hear me. Nilo, Sheena, Jimmy, all of you, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Sheena, thanks. Nilo, I hope you can hear me as well. Meanwhile, may I ask, do all of you have the system installed and working well on your computer? If you can answer, I don't know, Adam, Nilo, Sheena, Jimmy, Hatika.
Yes.
All of you, do you have the software installed and working well on your computer?
Yes, I have installed the software today.
Okay.
Shlomi.
And everything works okay?
Yes, for now, okay.
Okay. I think you are the one that showed some problems with the message, something about ISO file, or this does not exist on your computer?
Shlomi, are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking. Do you have any?
Yes. I had a problem about using installing software, but yesterday we have solved it, so my computer is all right now.
Good, thank you very much. Nilo?
Thank you.
Nilo, what is your situation?
Hello. It's still the same. The serial key is still not working. So today I'm just gonna watch again and do all the stuffs later.
Your key is not working?
Yeah. The one that I showed you last week. It's still not working up to until today.
Marina, did you try to communicate? Milo, did you try to communicate with Marina?
Oh no, I did not.
Milo, I will send you right now on your activation, okay?
Okay, maybe after this training.
No, you can even do it now. She will send you the activation.
Okay, good.
Okay, I'll do it right now and try to activate.
Okay.
Okay, but the system is installed on your computer, Nilo?
Yes.
It is, but your trial is expired and you are waiting for the
serial key.
Okay. What about you, Sheena?
I think I need to reinstall again my software because of the antivirus. But overall, everything's okay. I can use the software.
Okay. You install this again, or you still have the problem with the antivirus?
Still have the problem with the antivirus.
Okay. So, yeah, guys, it's true that this is an important note. Those that use the Kaspersky antivirus, the installation of the system might cause them problem. It's a new thing in the Kaspersky system. We worked on it and we found out why Kaspersky is giving us problems on the installation. It was sorted out, and probably tomorrow we will upload a new setup to the website, both for the trial and both for the full version. You need to uninstall and install again. The issue is that those that already installed under Kaspersky, the Kaspersky put some kind of how do you call it, a fault signature into the computer registry. Therefore, a simple setup will not solve the problem. The solution we will send Marina, I think we have this kind of format of solution of what needed to be done in order to sort it out, isn't it, Marina?
Yes, yes, I'll send you the link and the solution as well.
Okay, so this is gonna be happening starting of tomorrow, we hope, if not the following day. So again, the problem was with Kaspersky antivirus. Some latest updates of Kaspersky antivirus somehow conflicted with the installation or gave fault alerts on the installation. We sort it out, and tomorrow, day after, we're gonna launch a new or load a new setup into our website. But those that you would already installed under this antivirus will need to use some kind of a procedure to do a proper cleanup before you install. I hope this will clear. And again, if you have problems, we need to know. You need to know, notify us, because at least all of you should have the system working perfectly on your system. Another thing, another important update. As you probably know, ZWCAD or ZWSoft released Service Pack 2. The official release of Service Pack 2 might, and I say might because it's not happening to all systems and it's not happening to on every scenario, might cause when you load the system with the ZWCAD Civil and you open a project, sometimes the ZWCAD itself might crash. It's a bug on the ZWCAD side. They are doing debugging with us in the last 3 days. Hopefully it will be sorted out very soon, because they found out what is the problem, but they still didn't find the solution. So I hope once they will finish it, they will release some kind of a hotfix to the Service Pack 2. So this is on the side of ZWSoft, ZWCAD. But again, whenever we'll have solution, we'll let you know. Meanwhile, all of you can still work with ZWCAD 2021, but without the Service Pack 2, with the latest Service Pack 1 with the hotfix. Just for you to know. I hope I was clear about that, but let's not do any delays. Let's continue immediately. Just as a reminder, and let me share my screen, please. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So, few things. First of all, here, if you go to support tutorials in our website, support tutorials, you have many movies. And actually, our own sessions, we have uploaded here. I'm still fixing this, but this is the link. And this is the second lesson. These are recordings of our own training. See, training for beginners. This is what we are doing. So this is the link to the first, this is the URL for the first lesson. This is the URL for the second lesson, and we are about to load the third and this one, which is the fourth lesson, very soon. But there are some other interesting tutorials as well. You can have a look later on and see all the webinars and tutorials. There are many for many subjects. So feel free to have a look later on, maybe refresh your memory or your studies. So this sits under our website, support, here in the tutorials. So just feel free. By the way, if you go to downloads, documentations, here Where is it? Here, there are some additional info on the trainings that you saw in the tutorial. So in the tutorial, you saw a online training on roads design. So here are some information, some write-ups and exercises which you can try by yourself. So this you can find out under downloads, documentation, under the CivilCAD. And these are documentation for on, which is only includes some kind of points which I've created and we practice together in our lesson. So I hope this is clear. This is for you to practice later on. Let's start the system. So since not all of you participated in the last training, let me just refresh your memory what we learned in the last training. What was learned in the last training. You know what? Let me change my resolution. I'm working with very high resolution. Sometimes it's easier if I think here it will be easier for you to see. Okay, so in our last training, we started with roads design. Those of you that did not participate in the formal training, we have done a lot. I will not be able to start all over again, but I will be able, what I'll do now, I will do a short rehearsal or just a reminder of what we did. For all of us, and especially for those that didn't participate, but for all of us. So the last training was about roads design. And what we did, we started with a new project. And then we used in documents, we went into ZWCAD Civil 10, we went into samples. And then we went to sample 7. Sorry. Okay, new project. And we opened a new project, it's my mistake. I opened a new folder and I will call it Roads Design 2. And inside the folder, I'd opened the project. Then we have our own project. We've loaded coordinates file. We do it here on the lower left button. We load the file of coordinates. What I did, I went into ZWCAD Civil 10, which sits in your documents, go to samples, go into sample 7, and read the file name sample 7 TCO, which is a coordinate file. And now I've gotten it here in the list. To see it, I press the refresh button. It's here on the top left. And I've gotten my map. I went into topography contours to create the contours or the 3D surface. I entered an interval of 0.5 and I received my contours. The good thing is that not just my contour exists now, but also a 3D surface. That means that each point here, each place here is also in 3D. To see that, I can use this button on the top. I don't think I showed you in the past. You see this button? It says peak height here near the refresh on the top. When I click on it and come here and click here below, it says height T 235.2012. It gives me the existing ground level in this location. Or if I click here, 235.58, or here, it gives me the exact elevation at each peaked place. What we saw is that we also, if we go to the topography coordinates and use this peak from here, and we pick somewhere here, we get the new coordinates in its Z elevation. Peak point 1000. Let's change it to peak point 10,000 here. It's 10,000, right? If I refresh, now it's a new point. It sits here. So this is what we saw. Any question so far? I think this is quite simple. Let me continue. Now, please bear with me because, okay, it goes to roads. Every road starts with the horizontal alignment. It means what we call the layout, how the road goes, the alignment of the road. In fact, all of us knows that the best road is a straight point connecting from point A to point B. So for example, if I want to create a road that goes from this point to this point, let me open a new layer and call it center line. It can be have any layer that you want. I chose center lines because center line usually is, we call center line to the center line of the road, what describes the center of the road. I'll give it a color red, or you know what, yellow, and I'll make it the current. If I want to connect this point to this point, I can do straight line, right? So how do I do it? I do a polyline, standard polyline in AutoCAD, when ZWCAD, from here to here. Obviously, if I want to connect these two sides, this is the best road because it's the fastest. But maybe Jimmy, can you tell me what is the problem with this road? Why shouldn't I go this way? Or what can be the problem with such a road? Any idea, Jimmy?
No idea.
No. Anyone else?
Probably the cut and fill.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Who was it? Nilo?
Yeah, Nilo. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Nilo. Exactly, this is the problem. Because if I go straight like this, it means that I'm, you know, this is only the center line. Now the road will go wider, like, I don't know, 5 meters here plus, I don't know, 3.5 meters like this and 1.5 meters. And then I will start cut and fill here. You see, there are contour lines here. There's a small hill here. And that's a problem. Now, it depends. We can still go by this road, but then it means that we are cutting here. Or I can change my road and do another one. Let's say, let's connect another one that goes from here to here to here. Now you see I'm going along the stream, so I'm not cutting a lot, just filling in along the stream. You can even go very close to the ground level. The only problem here is that when the car will drive like this, it will go into a radius. And then we'll either have to add some speed limit or some other means to ensure that the car can smoothly go by the radius. So again, the best road is a straight line between 2 points. but obviously the many things can affect. In this case, it was like Nilo said, the earthworks, the cut and fill, but other things can affect as well. For example, can anyone give me another thing that can affect the design of the road? Why shouldn't we just put a straight line between 2 points? Can anyone explain? Anyone with idea? So we talked about one reason. One reason was cut and fill, the volumes. Here we will have to cut through this small hill, which costs a lot of money and of course affect the environment and whatever. Any other idea, guys? Ladies? No idea. I will give you an example. Drainage. Drainage, you know, draining the water. This can affect the alignment of the road. In this way, probably I will, if I'm going straight like this, I will have to create some kind of drainage going this way into the stream. All the water will have to go somewhere this direction in the road. If I want to drain to this direction, I will have a problem. I will have to put some kind of a side ditch here, which is the solution. So drainage can affect our own road. Definitely we want to go from high places to low places or whatever. Another thing is a structure. Let's say house or plot. Let's create a plot, okay? You know, just for an example. Let's make it white. Okay. And I want to go in a straight line, but there is a house here and another house, not house, plots of private people here. So if I'll go through their plot, the other will not allow me, or they will ask for big compensation. Usually in many countries, the law does not allow owners to prevent roads going through their location, depend on what we call physical planning. But if you go through a private property, then you have to pay compensation, and the government pays compensation. So it makes the project more expensive, and not to say to what we call statutory design. We have to redesign, and we come to a settlement with the owners, but we are going through their plots and whatever. So this can also affect. So I'm just giving you several examples of what can affect our road alignment. We talked about natural behavior, like earthworks and the effect on the environment. Parks, nature can affect. For example, if there's a national park going here, maybe we will not allow us to go through it. Private lands, other obstacles, maybe, I don't know. There's a big monument here, which nobody will allow us to move. Drainage, and so on and so forth. So all this affect our alignment. Any questions so far? Guys, ladies, everything is okay? I don't know. Lodi, are you following?
Yes,
okay?
I'm following.
Okay, thank you very much.
I have no question. Understand?
Okay. So just for our example, let me design my road this way. So what I did, I created a polyline, but for now it's just a polyline. It's a simple polyline, 2D polyline. To convert it into road, I'm going to roads, horizontal alignment. See what happened. First of all, the list here below changed from topography to design. You see, it says design coordinates. I can flip between them. Go into topography, I see the topography. Go into design, I see the design. So I can flip between topography and design coordinates. On the right hand, I see the horizontal alignment window where I can define my road. And he asked me, he asked me, what is the road, the first road, road 1? I'm picking the select here on the right. See what happened in the command line, and then enter an option, polyline or segments. We will use polyline because we have a polyline here. So I press enter for the polyline. So he asked me, select the object. I select the object. One object found, press enter. See what happened now. The 3 coordinates that define this road, the first one, the second one, and the third one, we call them IPs, intersection points, appears both here, the coordinates, and the description of the road, IP 1, 2, and 3. If I press apply, we'll see that the system actually converted, press apply on OK again, converted this road, this polyline into what we call road element. This is now a road model or road element. I don't know if you're familiar with the word with the term BIM, building information modeling, but this is exactly what we're talking when we're talking about BIM. This polyline is not anymore a polyline. It's a BIM model. It's a 3D BIM model. For now, it only includes the road, but only includes the horizontal alignment. It's not in 3D, but it's already a model. It's a model, it's a road. We can see the coordinates of the road. We can see the cross sections of the road, 0, 1, 2. By the way, if I press apply again, and I tell the software, show me the distances, it will show me the distance between cross sections. Let's see. So see 25, 25. So this is a BIM model of the road already. For now, it only has the horizontal alignment. These are the coordinates. Now we know, for example, that when all of us knows that, of course, if a car goes from here, unless this is a junction, it can all, here it has to turn. So either we put a junction here or we just put a radius here. So let's put a radius. Let's put a radius of, let's try with 150 meters. So how do I do it? I'm going to this IP, this intersection point. We call it intersection point because it's an intersection point between this and these straight lines. So I'm going to this IP, I'm standing on it on the table on the right and enter the radius, 150 meters, and I press apply. Let's see what happened. See what happened. Automatically, the system used the 150 meter radius. This radius is 150 meter, and changed the road accordingly. So the starting point of the radius, we call it tangent point. Tangent point between this straight line and this radius, the software calculated to be here. How? It took the 150 meter, found how to fit the 150 meter, and came up to this tangent point. So from here, we are starting, if you're driving a car, next time you drive a car, you'll notice that when you drive, this is straight, and when you're going into radius or turning right a little bit, this is the starting point. From here, what will happen? I don't know. Sheena, can you assume what will happen to the car starting from the radius? What will we feel? Any idea?
Super elevation.
Super elevation will be the implication, but what we feel is the gravity force, right? We feel the gravity force that the car will feel to the left, right? If you are turning right, sorry, I said gravity. It's centrifugal force, of course, my mistake. Centrifugal force on the car out of the circle. So out of the radius. So if the car drive like this, start turning right. For example, let me show you something. Let me do something, okay? This is my car, right? So if I will, if it's, this car is driving here, okay? This car is driving like this. Okay, it drives like this, okay? In this direction. In this direction. It drives. When it starts turning right here, there would be a force which will go this direction, right? It will start feeling the radius. The faster it will go, the biggest radius, the bigger radius. The faster it will go, bigger radius. Bigger force. The bigger radius, lower force. So what we want to do is to enter the maximum radius which we can use. Let's say I'll use 200 meters here to reduce the force that this car will feel when it enters into the radius. So it's entered 200, you see, everything changed. Now the radius will be bigger and the centrifugal force will be lower. Now, of course, I can continue. Why not to use 500 meters, you might say, but see what happened in 500 meters. Road 1, there is an overlap. When I do 500 meters, it's too big. There's an overlap between this IP and this IP and this IP and this IP. You'll see it in a minute. There's no geometric solution. So the system alerted and see what will happen. You see? This is 500 meters. There's an overlap, so we cannot use it. So I will go back to 200 meters, and that means if 200 meters, but the speed limit here would be maybe 70 kilometers per hour, depends on which standard we use. Okay, so I use 200. Yeah. About super elevation, we'll talk about it in this lesson. Super elevation is the way to compensate on the centrifugal force by entering a crossing slope, but we'll see it very soon. I hope what I explained is clear. So in very short, when I click select here, selected the polyline and press enter, I converted it into a beam. For now, a beam with horizontal alignment only. That means that the data shows here, and that means that the data shows here, and that means that I can enter radius and change the radius of the road. This is what it means. By the way, I have some additional information which I can enter here. We call it transition curves, or in other words, clotoids. This is more likely to be shown in roads, highway, where the speed is very fast, and therefore the car, for example, a car that will go this direction at 120 kilometers per hour, here at this point, immediately the centrifugal force will be in full force on the car. So the effect on the driver would be fast, so will be strong. So usually we smooth the transition. For example, I can enter what we call 40-meter transition here. Let's see if there's a geometric solution for it. Let's see it. Otherwise, something will alert. You see what happened? Instead of tangent, we have what we call transition curve. transition spiral. This is now not a regular curve, we call it spiral, or what also been called clotoid. Clotoid is a geometric solution of a transition between this point and this point. We are transiting the curve from here to here. What's so unique about this element is that the radius here is 0 or infinity, if you like, it's the same. So there's no centrifugal force. Here it starts changing. At each point like this, the radius is getting bigger. Here it will be 250. Here it will be 0. And the clotoid geometric definition is that it's transiting slowly, gradually from 0 to 250. So the driver will feel here the change will not be that dramatic. This is why we create transition curves. I hope you got it. What the software shows you is that the transition, the TS is the tangent from here to the spiral, and here from the spiral into the curve. And here again, usually when we do transition, we do the same when we are going this way. So I'll put 40 here as well and press apply. Now I'll get the same thing here. Okay, so I have a spiral from here to here. I hope this is clear. Any question about this one? Any questions about this one? No questions. I assume the silence is no question. And Nilo, can you follow?
Yes.
Hatik, can you follow? Hatike?
My question is, can I? Hello?
Yes, I can follow.
Okay, who asked the question?
Jimmy,
Yes, please, Jimmy.
we can still design our road. We can still design our road without transition curve, right? If we are following the first, only the radius without the transition values.
Of course we can, but it has implication. Again, depends on the speed limit on the road. If the road is an urban road with slow speed, let's say 80 km/h, then usually we don't use it. Depends. We can use it or we cannot use it. Look, the reason for not using transition curve can be some, I can give you some ideas. One is because it's more difficult to construct it, because the spiral itself, the curve itself is not a linear definition. Second will be probably because it affects our geometry. And we talked before about the limitation of the geometry. For example, we talked about the preference to have a straight line instead of a curve from the first place. So this also limits the geometry. So usually these are two reasons, maybe others, that limit us for putting transition curve, and then we use standard radius. But in highways where the speed is very fast and you enter the radius again, for example, if this will be a curve and this is a highway and the speed limit is 120 km/h, usually we put a transition curve. But if the radius would be, for example, 5,000, then the centrifugal force on the car will not be that much. So the importance of the transition is not that critical. But again, I'm trying to, I'm talking about roads design, but I'm trying to limit myself now to the software and not to general civil engineering. More things about the software. First of all, whenever we design the road, the software shows me here more data. It shows me the X, Y, or this coordinate. It shows me the radius. It shows me the length of spiral if I have. It shows me, I think this one, we call it L. The length, I think, from here to the tangent. I think this distance is what is the 150, as far as I remember. And it shows me the transition angle, which is the angle which create here. If I would have extend this one, this is the angle, which is the turning angle. So here the angle is 54 degrees. These are data for the road. What else? If I go to, by the way, it's too much graphic. Let me go into layers and go to civil and do like this. So I don't need the points. If I go to options, I have many definitions here. One of them, for example, is to change the display. Instead of having the road 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, if I go here and go to define sections and change this from format 1 to format 2 and press OK, and press OK again and apply, you can see that now, instead of numbers, I see the running distance of cross section. So it depends on how you want to show it. See 50, 75, 100, 125, and so on and so forth. It's a matter of how you want to display it. There's no one standard for it. How do you want to create this road, the center line, as a 2D polyline plat badges, like we saw, or a 3D polyline? Advantages are many. It can be, you know, 2D elements, it's more easy to cut, trim, everything, but 3D polyline will show me the road in 3D if we change it, so you can change. You remember the transition. Now we're using clotwave. We can also enter cubic parabola. Again, why to use cubic parabola depends on countries and regulations, and so on and so forth. There are many. I'm not gonna talk about all of them, but I think it's important. Another thing is, for example, this button. I can click this button and click here, and the software shows me that here, this point, the projection or the perpendicular, this point on the road is at running distance of 156.99 from the beginning of the road. So if I want to measure what is the running distance at a specific point, I can do. Click here. This is 115. You see, this is 110, this is 125, this is 115.24. So I have many tricks here. It's not that important at this stage. Now, see guys, this is a beam module now. If I will take the original polyline which I had, the CL, and I would change it, nothing will happen, because if I do like this, nothing will happen, because the system does not know unless I will reselect, go select and select. I can do it. I can go select, enter, and select this. But see what happened? All the rest is in definition change, so I'll have to re-enter them. What was 200 and 40 and 40. Oh, there's you see what happened? Since the curve is bigger, there's an overlap. The 200 cannot fit. So let's do a transition maybe of 20 meter, just for, you know what? Not transition. Let's see what happened now. Still 7 meter transition. So I'll use this to 180. Yeah, now it's okay. So this is 180, right? Of the new road. So it works, but it means I have to say. So there's another option, a better option is to, instead of using the polyline, to move the beam itself and not to move the polyline and reselect it, I'm using move here. I'm just moving the coordinate. Now, since this is a beam model, the software will know automatically to tie the name of IP which appear here with the coordinate which appear here. Let's practice it. I'm moving, let's say that I want to move to this location. I'm pressing move. And the software asks me, what do you want to move? And I want to move a single point. It says single. This is the default. So I'm picking the point. Good. So the software asked me, what is the base point of displacement? I said, from this point. And what do you want to move to? Let me move here. You can use object snap, whatever. But let me just move it here. See what happened. The software now thinks, 1 second, and recalculate, you see, one IP, so, and recalculate this IP coordinates. These IP coordinates change to this location. If I go to the right and press apply, and apply again, automatically the beam, okay, the beam have been updated, but again, we have the radius, the overlap problem, because this new geometry created new challenges. We'll fix it in a minute, but just for you to see. See what happened? I changed it to here. I don't need this polyline anymore. Now I'm using the move to change the coordinates here, and then the beam automatically updated accordingly. See what happened? This is the overlap which we saw. See? So let's change it now to be 150. Maybe it will be enough. Let's see. Actually, the software will tell me. Yeah, it's enough. Okay. Any questions so far? Any questions so far, guys? Because I finished with horizontal alignment and I'm moving to the next thing. So, Sheena, can you follow?
Yes,
Don't you don't have any question?
no questions.
Okay. Okay. So before I continue, I want all of you to take like 10 minutes and do the same practice. It's very simple. What I want you to do, I will write down in the chat. So all of you just one, start a new project and name it road 2. You can put it in a folder. Put it in a new folder. 2, from the lower left corner, load the coordinates file. Coordinates file. You can put it. You can look for documents on your computer. CivilCAD Civil 10.2 samples. Look for sample 7 and look for a sample 7 TCO. This is the file which you want. And number 3, press the refresh button on the upper left corner. On the upper left corner. And number 4, go to topography contours. and on the right window enter an interval of 0.5 plus apply. You should get your contour lines. Then 5, create a new layer and name it CL. Make it the current. 6, in the new layer, draw a polyline for your center line. 7, roads, horizontal alignment. 8, in the right window, press select, go to the drawing, go to the command line, press enter, select the polyline and press enter again. 9, in the right window, press apply, and in the pop-up window, mark distance and press OK. 9, 10, enter a radius for the second IP and reapply changes. Okay, you have all the instruction in your chat. Take exactly 10 minutes and we should continue. So guys, 10 minutes, 8 minutes actually. Now, just for all of us to be in the same page, and we go to the vertical alignment and refresh the memory of all the members on the vertical alignment. Gian, can you explain? You have any problems, Gian?
Hello. No, I was pressing Alt Tab and I think I pressed something that type WDEL something. These three. I was Alt Tabbing for my.
Okay, but why do you care? WDEL is a command to delete layers.
I think I pressed something and paste here because I was browsing the chat, the first 4 steps, and
so it's a mistake here. You don't.
Yes,
you don't,
it's a mistake.
Okay. Okay, guys, I think we should continue. Jimmy, can you share your screen and just for us to see, to learn? Let
Hello?
me allow you to share your screen.
Hello?
Yes?
Yes,
Can you
I
share?
have a problem. I don't know the course. Hello? Okay, let me share my screen. I'll tell you my.
Okay. Because all of us should learn. So, and I want to see, it's easy to see on my screen because I'm doing it perfectly, but. Okay. Where is your contour line? Where are your contours, contour lines?
Yes, how to draw the polyline, the road, then it disappears.
Can you, okay, 1 second. Okay. Somehow your point disappeared?
The contour line.
The contour lines. What about your point?
Yes, everything.
Okay. Let's do like this. Press escape. Go to one of the points below.
Okay.
Go to one of the points below. Click on it.
Yes.
Now go to the first. You see that the point is now in the editing row. The point itself. Yes. above is editing row. No, below?
Yes.
Okay. You know, go to the end and enter a space, or go to the one and change it, remove the one, and something that to show the system that you have done a change. Remove one and enter one again.
I've done that.
And enter one again. Okay.
Yes.
What you did right now, if you refresh, the system will think that there is a change and refresh the
Okay.
layer.
Okay. Oh, the contour line is back. Okay.
Yeah, 1 second. There's a delay. We don't see. Okay. You see what happened? Okay. So
yes.
So I don't know why there were, you know, I don't know what you did for them to disappear, but if you want to make the system refresh or recreate the layer, if you just press refresh, the system will not know that you have a problem. So you have to tell the software you change something in the list and then refresh, and then automatically the system knows, there is a change in the list. I need to recreate the layers.
Okay.
Continue with the horizontal alignment. Your horizontal alignment is not so good because you are going out of the contour line. So just fix it and continue.
Yes.
Atike, can you share your screen? Atike. Atike, can you share your screen?
Better not, because my CivilCAD Civil has locked, so everything is gone.
Can you show me? I want to see.
Okay.
And say locked. We try to understand what's. Maybe we'll learn together.
Sorry. Can you see now? Can you see my screen? Yeah, yes, I have already, I have imported the coordinates now.
Good, continue.
I'm at that position. But I can't see now.
Okay, you see you have the same problem.
Yeah.
First of all, try to zoom extend, first of all. In the command line, zoom to extend.
Command line.
Zoom to extend, you know how to zoom to extend, right? Zoom, yes, enter, E, enter. E.
Excellent. Yes, it's Turkish, you know.
Turkish, yeah. Just zoom to extend, you know. Maybe you do it from the buttons, whatever you want. Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay, so you do the same thing like Jimmy did. Go to one of the points here. Even, okay. Okay, good. And do refresh. Okay, the system now created the layer. So just zoom to extend to see it.
Okay.
No?
Perfect. Done.
Nothing on your points. Very strange, very strange. You know what you can do?
Maybe I can.
Go to number 2, for example, in the list below.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see you have a button with a target that shows a target. This one, yes. This is where the point was supposed to be, but it's not showing. Okay, try to create contours. Let's see what will happen now.
At that point, it's locked.
I see. Okay. This is one of the things that maybe we'll ask you, our technical team, to have a look, because I think it has something to do with the language. I'm almost sure. It's conflicting with the language. So it's something that we can sort out, but we need to take control, and maybe later on. Okay?
Yeah, okay, we can later, we can take it.
Yeah. This is the first time it's happening, or it's happened to you in the past as well?
Yes, in the past I have same issue lots of times.
Okay, okay. It's issue of the Turkish version. So we'll have a look and sort it out. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
What about Nilo? Can you show your screen?
Oh, wait. Can you see my screen now?
Oh, nice. So what about the road? Continue with the road.
I'm trying to do the horizontal alignment right now.
Yeah, but where's your command line? Why you are not using command line? Okay, do like this. Go to, click somewhere in the drawing.
Okay.
And press escape. Okay. Okay, cancel. Okay. Now show your command line. You know how to do it? Type in command. Command line. Yeah, here it is. No, you saw it in the list. Command again. You see, pick the first one.
Yep. Doesn't do anything.
Try to write command line.
Still the same.
Can you, yeah, click on the X of the design coordinates, the one that you showed before. No, the X. Close the window below, the design coordinates window. Yeah.
This one.
Yes, no, close it. I see you don't have a command line. How do you show command line?
Wait, because earlier I installed my CivilCAD 2021 because I can only use CivilCAD 2020 for CivilCAD Civil.
Why?
So that's why. I have no idea. So I installed CivilCAD 2020 for me to participate in the training.
And how do you load command line in ZWCAD? Maybe you are more expert than I do.
Yeah. Wait, I'm trying to find it, and maybe I can share it later. Maybe you can move to the next participant.
Okay. Anyone else? Yeah. Sheena, how are you?
Yes, hello.
Can you share your screen?
Okay. Hi, can you see my screen?
1 second, I see something. Yes, I can. Oh, perfect. So I think you are okay. Okay, thank you. You didn't encounter any problems. Okay.
Yes, no.
Nilo, I think you should use Control+9. Control+9, I think it's supposed to Restore your command line.
Wait.
Yeah.
Control 9.
Yes.
No.
Are you sure? Are you sure that your focus is in the drawing?
Yep.
Because it works on my computer. Control 9, not control function 9. Control 9.
Okay. Okay.
It
So
works?
this one. It's been minimized. That's why I can't see it. Yeah.
Do you want to share?
Yeah.
Can you share your screen?
I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. You have the command line. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so go to just make it smaller a little bit, the command line, so it will not take much of, yeah. And go to design, sorry, roads, horizontal alignment.
Okay, wait.
Good.
Then select,
Select,
right?
yes, select.
Then,
And, oh, where's your command line? Disappear again. Press escape and then control 9. It's very strange. Did you press control 9?
I did.
And the focus now is on the drawing, right?
Yes.
Now click somewhere in the drawing and now press control 9.
It's not working, I think.
This is strange because Sheena didn't have the problem. Sheena, do you work with ZWCAD 2021?
I'm using W2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Like Nilo. And you don't have a problem. I got. Okay, what you can do, try to close the design coordinates now. Okay, I see. And just select now, yeah, continue like this. Select, enter, and enter. Good, apply. And distance, mark the distance and press OK. Now, what I would advise later on, I think it's something connected with the docking of the command line. So when we finish, try to see how you can dock. Yeah,
okay.
It's something about docking the command line somehow. Okay, but if the problem consists, let us know. Change the enter radius. Let's say 100 meters.
Then how about
this spiral curve? No need.
Okay. Hey, there you go.
Okay, good.
This is all right.
Go to options and change
options.
Yeah, on the right. On the right, you have a button, options, the one with the hand holding a paper.
Oh, where is it?
Yeah, where you are, very close to where you are. Now, first row, and another one to the right, another one to the right. More. Yeah.
Okay.
And go to define sections. You see the button?
Define sections, this one.
Yes. And change from format 1 to format 2.
What's the difference between the, okay.
Format 1 is when we see serial number. Format 2 is when we see running distance.
Okay.
Yeah, press OK, and apply the change.
Apply.
Yeah. Let's see. Good. Okay. One of the problems is that you are now working on no name. See on the top, you see that you are in project no name? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was a mistake. So what you do now, you go to File, Save As. And save it somewhere, maybe. Yeah.
Row 2, right?
Row 2, usually I create subfolders.
Okay.
Yeah, row 2 and row 2 and I'll save. Yeah, now all of us are on the same page. You are also on the same page. I said Gian has the same problem like you with the command line. What I would advise you to do is two things. First of all, try to see if you can dock the, dock the command line. And the second thing is you can, if you have, you can use 2021. There shouldn't be any problem. All our training we do with 2021. So what can happen, maybe, I want to show you something. I want to show you all of you something. Yeah. Someone needs to off his, need to mute, yeah. Okay, I want to show you something. To remind you something. You might have, you see my screen? All of you, do you see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, thanks. The software, if you have two systems installed on your computer, 2020 and 21, for example, and you want to choose which system to use, I want to remind you something. Go to File, open Prototype. In Prototype, you go to File, Configuration. We studied it in the first lesson. And here we have to tell the software which ZWCAD version to use. So it might be that the problem is that before you had 2021 installed, but here it was set like this. Then the software didn't know how to work with it. So here you have to tell the software which ZWCAD version you use. Now, usually the ZWCAD Civil has a system to automatically detect which kind of ZWCAD you use. But if it does not, this is the way to do it. You do it here. You detect from here. If it's not automatically detect, you just, how you do it again, go to File, open the prototype, go to File, Configuration, and change here from 20 to 21, for example, like I do. Press OK, and then you have to exit and save. Now you change something in the system configuration in the prototype. So next time you launch your system, it will automatically launch this version that you configured in prototype in the configuration. I hope this is clear. Nilo, Gian, if you try this, you work with 2021 and the command line then problem still exists, just write an email to me or use the WhatsApp group if you are part of my WhatsApp group. The ZWCAD WhatsApp group, just to show you, there's a group for technical matters. Where is it? Yeah, this group. So if you have, you can use this group. Okay. If you send me your, if you use WhatsApp and you send me your WhatsApp detail, I can join you to the group. Just send me your number through email. Just send me your number through email. And you don't need to reinstall Nilo. You just have to do try to do what I've shown you. So everybody, if you send your phone number and a request for me to join you to the ZWCAD Civil group, this is it. I will join you to WhatsApp and then you can communicate on WhatsApp. so to get a quick response. Yeah, but let's continue with our study. So we've been in road design, and we have the horizontal alignment. The next thing is to design the profile of the road, what we call vertical alignment. So we designed the horizontal. Now we have to design the vertical alignment, the slopes of the road while you are driving. So I'm going to roads, vertical alignment. See what happened. The system automatically changed the menu. It's not the same menu. And also changed and created another drawing. This is the first drawing, but now we are on the second drawing. The name of the drawing will always be road ver. It's a temporary drawing. Road ver. If you apply here, see what happened, and zoom extend. You get your profile of the road. So the system automatically takes this beam, this road, and this beam, the beam of the surface, and cut along the road the profile. Cut the profile along the road. This is the profile. So it went along, and this is what you get. In fact, the data of the profile that the system cut is the data that you see here. It means, in the beginning, station 0, this was the elevation. After 5.56 meter, I'm reading from here, there was a change in the surface. So the system automatically digitized the point. After 8.33, there was change in the surface again, digitize the point. So all these changes in the surface were digitized one by one. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Okay. Okay. So it was very simple. What I did, roads, vertical alignment, apply, and the system automatically cut the data, fill in the table on the upper lower left corner, and show me the drawing. If you don't do the drawing, go to zoom extends. Now let's continue with the design. Let's continue with the design. When I used to draw the horizontal alignment, I had to create my own layer. I called it center line. In the vertical alignment, it's different. You don't have to create your own layer. The system automatically creates a layer named ver edit, which is the layer, the only layer, in fact, that you can design your profile. So see, now let me design. I'm starting from the beginning. I'm using Polyline in this ver edit. And I can start here, maybe in the ground, or I can start a little bit higher. You can see this is 1 meter, each blue line like this in the grid. 233, 234, 235, 236, 7, 8, so on and so forth. So I will start here, 236. Let me use the object snap. This is where I want to start. A little bit feeling above the ground level. 80 cm or 70 cm above the ground. See, this is meter, so probably this is 70 cm. And from here, I'm going with a straight line till I stick the ground here. Let's say here. Let me see, I stick the ground. And from here, straight line, cutting a little bit. 237. This is my design. Oh, it's almost a straight line. You know what? Let me change it a little bit. Here, I'll stretch it Let me remove the object snap to here. And I press apply. See what happened? When you press apply, the system scan your drawing, scan the layer where edit, and scan the polyline that sits in this layer, and convert this polyline into this table below, which are running distance and the elevation, and of course the slope. So the system recognized that there are three vertices, one here in the beginning, at the zero, at the beginning of the road, and the elevation was 235. You remember, I used objects now. Another one here, after 155.161 meter, with the elevation of 235.393. And another one going here after 288.63 with this elevation. And accordingly, the system calculates the slopes, which is this is a very small slope, if 0.2%. So one, yeah, is 20 cm different on each 100 meter, which very small. I doubt that even the water can flow in this direction. If I want to change it, because my fear is that the water will not be able to flow. It's supposed to flow this way, right? Because it's a, yeah. It's supposed to flow this way, but it's very, very shallow or small radius or small slope. What I can do, let me take this one and remove it. Maybe let me use the object snap and use the nearest. Here. Let's see what happened. Let's apply. Apply. See, oh, I probably did several. Okay, somehow my polyline, maybe I entered more. So let me remove this one and this one. I'm not happy with them. How to remove? I can change the polyline, or I can go to the table. Click on this line, go to the serial number, stand on the serial number and press delete in my keyboard. And the same to this vertex. Let's press apply. See, it changed. Now the slope changed to 0.5%, which is more reasonable. The water can flow. I hope you got it. So how do I walk? I walk either with the drawing or either with the list here. A common mistake is to walk with both. And I want to show you something. I came here and did this change it to here. If I will apply, it will walk. No problem. This will change and the data in the table changes as well. But a common mistake is to do something like this. Change this. Say, let's remove the objects now. Here. And not to press apply, not to apply the change, and then change here. I would change something else here. Let's say, make it 1.6%. If I will press apply now, the system will not know what to do, because it might create a conflict between what we draw and what we entered. So the resolution will be always that the data in the table will override the data in the drawing. So press apply now, you'll see that the system will not change. You see, it left the vertex here. Again, if we do change in the drawing and do a change in the table and apply, the system will always overwrite the table on top of the drawing. What is the way forward? Every time you do a change, or what is the way to solve it? Every time that you do a change, you either do it, if you do a change in the drawing, you do your change, you press apply, your effect changes. You do a change in the table, you press apply, your effect changes. This is the method, not together. So every time you do a change, you can do many changes. I can do, for example, I can break it now, or I don't know, let me show you. I don't want to go into two break. Maybe now. Okay. I can stretch this one to here. Okay, this is what I want to do. Create another point like this. I can do it, there's no problem. And press apply. And the software will do it, right? It's not a problem for the software. And then if I want to change something in the table, I want to change this slope. You see, this is almost a straight slope. It says 0.86. I'm going into the table, change it to 0 minus 3, and press apply. So now it will go 0 minus, it should go lower. See, 0 minus 3. This is okay. So we can work with the table in the drawing, but whenever you do a change in the drawing, press apply, change it. Whenever you do change in the table, you can do several changes in the drawing. For example, I can take this down, and take this up like this. Okay, 2 changes in the drawing. There's no problem. But if I want to change something in the table, no. First of all, I will apply, then go and change in the table. I hope this is clear. It's all about practicing. It's all about practicing. Now, let's continue. Now, the car will drive this way. Drive. Here there's a bump, right? So we have to enter a vertical curve. Here, the bump definitely will be fell. No road can be like that. So we have to enter what we call also radius here. Now on vertical alignment, usually we don't enter radius, we enter the curved length, the curve length. This is the more practical way. We want to tell the software the curve, look, this is our 25 meter. This is 25 meter, so the distance. From here to here is 25 meter, right? And from here to here is 25 meters. So all of this is 50 meter. So I'm telling the software, create a 2Ts from here for here, the total length of 50 meter vertical curve, and the software automatically convert it into radius. You'll see it in a minute. You see what happened? System automatically smoothed it into radius. Actually, it's a very big radius, 7,000 radius. It's very big. It's a circle of something like, I don't know, much bigger than this one, something like this. And the same goes here. Here also 50 meter. Here it is. We change it. Now there's no problem, we can continue. If, for example, I want to change this from here to here, apply. It's not a problem. I can do it. It's a beam, so everything is associated. Or if I want this to be below, like maybe cutting. For a certain reason, I want to cut here. Actually, to stick the ground here. Press OK. There's no problem. So this is the way to do it. And you can see that all the associated data appears here. Appear here. I hope this is, I hope you got it. So what I'm asking you to do is to take 5 minutes, do it by yourself, design your own road. Then I want you to show you one last thing and we knock off for today. So please.
Hello, Shlomi.
Yes.
So I tried to reinstall the CivilCAD Civil.
Okay.
Before the activation key that was given to me by Marina, it was working, but now it's not working. So let me share my screen.
Yeah, please go ahead. Meanwhile, the rest can practice.
This one.
One second, I'm not seeing. Somehow, I don't know why. I'm not seeing the screen. 1 second, okay? Maybe I have to stop sharing my own to see your screen. Yeah. Yeah, but why did you reinstall the ZWCAD Civil?
Because I cannot select CivilCAD 2021 as my working environment. So I downloaded the latest one that was uploaded last April, I think. This one. So I downloaded it, and this one, I can select the ZWCAD 2021 as my working environment. And now I cannot use the activation key anymore.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I understand. Okay, Marina, please send it to him.
I apologize.
No problem. Marina, please give him new keys. You already used this key. For the phone.
Okay, that's why.
You'll get one very soon.
Thank you.
No problem. The rest of you, please